What if I told you that inside your home, there are moments when heaven quietly steps in and you don't even realize something holy just happened? What if right now, in the same place where you sit, where you think, where you feel everything, an angel has already walked past you? Most people expect angels to arrive with noise, light, and something dramatic. But real encounters are quite deeply personal and almost impossible to notice if your heart is distracted. Because angels don't come to shock you. They come to bring peace, to guard what you cannot see, and to stand beside you when no one else does. There are moments in your life that feel different. Moments where nothing changes around you, yet something deep inside you suddenly becomes still. Moments where your thoughts slow down, your breathing softens, and your heart feels safe without any clear reason. And the truth is, those moments are not random, and they are not just emotions passing through you. They are quiet signs that something unseen just entered your space. Something sent not to be seen, but to be felt. You were never meant to see angels with your eyes, because fear would take over before peace could reach you. You were meant to recognize them through stillness, through a feeling that someone is there, even when you are completely alone. And if you have ever felt that sudden peace in your home, that unexplainable calm in the middle of chaos, then you need to understand this. You may have already experienced what most people spend their entire lives trying to notice, because tonight, you are about to see the hidden signs you have been missing your whole life. And once you see them, you will never look at your home the same way again. There are days when your mind refuses to stay quiet, when every thought feels heavy, and every small thing starts to feel bigger than it really is. And no matter how much you try to distract yourself, the noise inside you just does not stop. And then you walk into your home, close the door behind you, and something changes in a way you cannot fully explain, but you can deeply feel. It is not that your problems disappear, and it is not that life suddenly becomes easy, but there is a shift, a quiet transition, where your chest feels lighter and your breathing begins to slow down. It feels like something invisible just settled over the room. Something calm, something gentle, something that does not need to be seen to be real. You may sit down without thinking or lean back against the wall, and for the first time all day, your thoughts begin to soften instead of racing through your mind. And in that quiet moment, there is no panic, no pressure, just a stillness that feels like it came from somewhere beyond you. Most people ignore this moment because it does not look dramatic. It does not demand attention, and it does not come with a voice or a sign that forces you to notice it. But what if this peace is not ordinary? And what if it is not just your mind finally getting tired of overthinking everything? What if this is the exact moment when something unseen steps closer to you, not to interrupt your life, but to protect your space and calm your spirit? What if this peace is the evidence that you are not alone, even in the moments where you feel like no one understands what you are going through? Because angels do not always reveal themselves through sight. They reveal themselves through presence. And presence is something your soul can recognize even when your eyes cannot. And maybe, just maybe, the peace you keep feeling in your home is not random at all, but a quiet reminder that heaven has already stepped inside. There are moments when you're completely alone in your home, yet something inside you becomes aware in a way that feels deeper than normal thinking and harder to ignore. It is not fear and it's not anxiety, but it feels like your surroundings suddenly carry a quiet presence that was not noticeable just seconds before. You find yourself looking around without a clear reason, not because you are scared, but because something within you just noticed a shift that your mind cannot explain. Most people ignore this feeling and quickly distract themselves, assuming it is just their imagination playing tricks on them for a brief moment. But not every feeling is created by your mind, and not every sense of awareness comes from overthinking or stress building up inside you. Some moments are real in a way that logic cannot fully explain, and they pass quietly because you were never meant to question them too deeply. Then there are moments when you sense them, the angels, not with wings or bright light, but with a gentle feeling, as if someone unseen is stepping closer to watch over you, leaving peace in their wake. You do not see them with your eyes, but your heart feels the warmth and presence of protection. And sometimes, in that exact moment, your body becomes still without you trying, as if something inside you is choosing to pause instead of react. Your breathing softens naturally, your shoulders relax slightly, and your thoughts begin to slow down as if they are being gently quieted. In these quiet seconds, there is no danger, no tension, and no reason to feel afraid. Only a calm awareness that something is near without making itself known. It feels protective instead of invasive, and gentle instead of overwhelming. Like a presence that respects your space while still remaining close. You may not see anything, and you may not hear anything, but the feeling itself is enough to make you pause for just a second longer. The presence is subtle, almost hidden, but it carries a depth that normal emotions do not, as if something unseen is quietly sharing the same space with you. Even if you try to ignore it, your heart recognizes the difference between ordinary silence and a moment when something unseen is truly near, leaving you with a feeling of being watched over, comforted, and protected all at once. Sometimes, the signs are so quiet that you pass them every day without even noticing. A sudden breeze in a closed room, the soft flicker of light where no lamp exists, a feeling that your heart is lighter for no reason at all. These are not coincidences. They are whispers. The gentle ways angels move through the spaces we inhabit. You may hear a faint sound, almost like a whisper, or catch a shadow moving just out of the corner of your eye. It is not your imagination. Your spirit knows the difference between random noise and a presence that is protecting you, guiding you, and standing just behind the veil of what can be seen. You might find objects placed differently than you left them, or hear footsteps in a room where you are alone. It is subtle, and often it is fleeting. But these are the footprints of unseen care. They are signs, tiny yet undeniable, that heaven is closer than you think. Sometimes, angels make themselves known through sensations rather than sights. A sudden warmth on your shoulder, a feeling of being lightly lifted when you pray, or the inexplicable calm that washes over you after a moment of panic. It is in these invisible touches that their presence is most intimate and comforting. And there are moments when your heart begins to recognize patterns. The same time every day when a feeling of calm arrives, the way sunlight filters through a window and touches the floor exactly where you sit, or the sound of a soft chime when you need reassurance. These are the secret ways angels communicate with us without words. You might even notice small signs in your dreams. A figure guiding you, a light that leads you, or a feeling that someone is watching over you, even as you sleep. Angels are patient and gentle. They do not force themselves into your life, but they are always present for those who are willing to notice. And the most important thing to remember is that these signs are personal. They are meant for you and you alone. If you begin to see them, feel them, or sense them, it is a reminder that you're never truly alone, and that unseen guidance surrounds you in your home, your space, and your life. There are evenings when you feel exhausted, weighed down by the day. Yet the moment you step into your home, there is a subtle shift you cannot explain. It is almost as if the atmosphere itself becomes lighter, and you feel a quiet assurance that someone unseen is near, watching over you with care. You may try to shrug it off, thinking it is just relief from the day, but your heart knows it is more. Sometimes, you notice small signs that are easy to miss. The way a curtain moves without wind, The gentle flicker of light in an empty room, or a warmth that seems to come from nowhere. It is subtle, but it carries a message. You are safe, you are seen, and you are cared for. There are moments when a feeling washes over you. Peace, calm, even joy, without reason. It feels as though someone has quietly stepped into the room and exhaled the weight from your shoulders. That presence does not demand attention, but it leaves its mark on your heart, a silent reassurance that you are not alone. You may even sense a gentle nudge in your thoughts, a whisper in your mind, encouraging you to let go of worry, to trust, and to rest. It is not your own imagination. It is a guiding presence, subtle yet undeniable. You feel lighter, calmer, and your faith in unseen care grows stronger. Sometimes, the angels make themselves known through timing. A song that plays at exactly the right moment. A memory that returns just when you need comfort, or a sudden understanding that fills your heart. They speak through experiences, subtle yet powerful. Even the smallest gestures, an unexpected breeze, the faint scent of flowers, or a shadow that moves just slightly, can be their way of letting you know they are near. These small miracles are woven into your daily life, waiting for you to notice. And in these moments, when the day feels heaviest, you realize that protection, guidance, and comfort are not distant. They are present, quietly, patiently, and beautifully surrounding you, just as they were always meant to be. There are days when life feels heavier than usual, when you're weighed down by worries, mistakes, and unanswered questions. In those moments, the world can feel cold and lonely. But if you pause, even for a few seconds, and open your heart, you may notice the presence of something far greater than yourself quietly watching over you. It is not your imagination. It is the gentle touch of the angels who have always been near. Sometimes, the signs are unmistakable. A warm sensation on your shoulder, a soft light that lingers where there should be none, or the feeling of being gently guided when you feel lost. These are not coincidences. They are invisible hands lifting your spirit, reminding you that you are never truly alone. There are moments when angels communicate through your thoughts. A sudden clarity, a whisper to forgive, a quiet nudge to trust. You may not see them and you may not hear them, but you feel their presence in the stillness of your heart. These moments are profound. They remind you that protection, guidance, and love are closer than you think. Sometimes, they reveal themselves in the everyday. A light flickering without cause, a breeze in a closed room, or the gentle arrangement of objects that seems impossible. These are subtle signs, often missed, but they carry the message that you are being watched over and cared for. Even in the hardest moments, when doubt and fear creep in, angels are present, standing nearby, unseen yet profoundly real, offering strength, guidance, and peace. They are patient. They do not force themselves, but they remain, reminding you that you are never abandoned. And the most beautiful part is this. All you need to do is notice, to pause, to open your heart. The more you recognize their signs, the closer they feel, the more tangible their protection becomes. Angels have always been near, watching, guiding, and loving you. Today, take a moment to feel them, to trust them, and to let their presence fill your heart with peace.